Aston Martin have made some huge changes for the 2023 season, including swapping one legend of the sport for another, as Sebastian Vettel's retirement is followed by the arrival of Fernando Alonso. Alonso is a massive signing by the team and brings plenty of racing skills, car development experience, and the competitive drive needed to improve a team. He isn't all good news though, as many a team boss has discovered in the past. Does Aston Martin boss Mike Krack and owner Lawrence Stroll have what it takes to keep him under control? And will Lance Stroll be able to live with someone like Alonso? We'll answer all of that and more in the video, so stick around. As far as the signings went over the summer, Fernando Alonso was by far the best one any team made. In a poll of GP fans' readers, 51% thought he was the best move in silly season. Aston Martin have made a lot of big claims about fighting at the top of the sport, as every team with ambition does. Since Lawrence Stroll took over the team, he's been pushing the staff and drivers to achieve more each season, and has spent the money to make it happen as well. Unfortunately, the effect of that money hasn't been felt yet, but hopefully the new factory will make a big difference. More on that later though. Let's look at the new addition and challenge that is here now, Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso has insisted he's ready to deliver something special as an Aston Martin driver, and warned his new team he expects such lofty standards to be reciprocated. Alonso will join Aston Martin in the third year of the Silverstone-based outfit's 5-season plan to reach the top of F1 and challenge for championships. The Spaniard, despite being 41, still harbours ambitions of winning a third title, even though it will be 17 years next season since his previous triumph in 2006. Asked if he would continue if he felt that was unattainable, Alonso said, "No, I think I would not accept that. I would not continue if I didn't believe that we could have a chance. I don't know if it's a 1% chance or a 10% chance, but I only continue because I believe that we will have a chance." I don't think there's anyone who would dare call Fernando Alonso unambitious. Ever since winning those 2 championships with Renault in 2005 and 2006, he's been hunting for more to add to his collection. Ferrari came close to helping him win them, but, well, you know, it's Ferrari. He continued by issuing a warning to the Aston Martin team. Next year, to close the gap that Aston Martin has now, I think is unrealistic. But we need to put the foundations in. We need to put the baseline for future cars and to work better than the people around us. This is a very competitive environment, so to become champion, you need to deliver something special. I'm ready to deliver something special from my side, and I expect the same from them. Only Fernando Alonso could get away with threatening his new employers, but Aston Martin should have known what they were getting into when they hired him. Alonso and Vettel may have both been Formula World Championship winners and legends of the sport, but in reality, they couldn't be more different. Aston Martin Formula 1 boss Mike Krack believes the cultural differences between Sebastian Vettel and replacement Fernando Alonso will be a big challenge in 2023. It will be different, Krack responded when asked by the media about the prospect of working with Alonso when compared to Vettel. They have different backgrounds. One is Latin and the other is German, and that makes a big difference. But what they have in common is the focus on improving, the focus on making progress and isolating what makes us progress, instead of just being detailed. So there are some similarities and some differences. You might have different opinions on the 2 drivers, but from what I've seen, Seb has been far more laid back in recent years, while Fernando seems to be rediscovering his passion. Fernando is demanding of his team, but only because he wants people who can match his desire. If he thinks you aren't pushing as hard as he is, he can be a horrible character to have in your pit box, as Alpine discovered this year. Alonso will partner Lance Stroll at the Aston Martin team next year, and technical director Dan Fallows believes that the team have the driver pairing to succeed developmentally. I think it is important for the team that we have drivers who, from a technical perspective, are able to give good feedback. Not just positive feedback, as that's not always the case, added Fallows. Good feedback for us is a driver being able to describe how they're feeling in the car. That is very important for us. We are very fortunate that Lance Stroll is very good in that respect as well. Lance Stroll gets quite a lot of stick from Formula 1 fans for being a paid driver. It's easy to forget that most of the grid got where they are thanks to the help of sponsorship money. The fact that he drives for his dad's team is definitely a big part of his problem, but if you can look past that, there's an okay driver there. 2023 will be his 7th season in the sport, and he knows enough now to be able to offer good quality, usable feedback for the team. Don't expect him to be outscoring Alonso, but he can help the team improve still. While the team may be bringing in a great driver, they're losing another in Sebastian Vettel. 2022 was a bad season from Aston Martin's perspective. They didn't manage to make the most of the new rules and leap up the grid, but that's true of pretty much everyone apart from Red Bull and Haas. That isn't Seb's fault though, as Dan Fallows explains. I don't think that in Seb leaving, we were missing anything particularly, but we do want to produce a car which is significantly better for next year. We want to see that progression, and we need to make sure that we have drivers who are able to extract the most out of that. Lance is a driver who's able to drive the car, and clearly Fernando has a huge amount of experience and has a proven track record of doing that as well. It is a very exciting driver lineup. It isn't just car development that Alonso excels at. He's obviously an incredibly good driver as well. That kind of goes without saying, to be honest. He will use his competitive character to push Aston Martin in every area as their time together develops, believes the team's performance director, Tom McCullough, as the Spaniard gets settled into his new surroundings, which included an outing at the 2022 postseason test in Abu Dhabi. McCullough is aware of Alonso's hunger for more success and hopes his arrival will spark an upturn in fortune for both parties. I'm still getting to know Fernando. I'll tell you one thing, he's a very motivated and competitive character. You can see that from the outside. I'm starting to see that a little bit when I talk to him, said McCullough. He is focused solely on doing well. He sees a good future with our team. He sees the journey we're on. We're really happy to have him on board our team. He's going to push us in every area of the team. He's not going to be happy fighting in the midfield. He wants to be part of the step we're wanting to take, which is to start challenging the top 3 teams. It's funny how every member of the Aston Martin team who speaks about him instantly mentions his competitiveness and drive. It does make you wonder what the team was doing before he joined. As for when Aston Martin might be in a position to fight at the very front, McCullough reiterated that the process is a long-term one, with a team looking to build on back-to-back 7th place finishes in the constructors' standings. I think fighting for world championships next year, let's be realistic, isn't going to happen. We're on a journey, we're growing as a team, we're getting stronger as a team, added the British engineer. Like we said earlier, 2023 is year 3 of Aston Martin's 5-year plan to win a world championship, and as Tom McCullough said, it is a process. A big part of that process is going to be the completion of their new factory. Aston Martin is currently still working from the original Jordan factory that was first used in 1991, with many employees located in a temporary stack of cabins alongside the main building, and the wind tunnel staff working at the Mercedes facility in Brackley. The new facility that's being built alongside its existing base will see everyone in one building, with the entire design department in a large open plan office. It'll be ready in May of this year, with the nearby wind tunnel opening in 2024. Team boss Mike Krack has said it will be a complete game changer for Aston Martin. The addition of a game-changing driver in Fernando Alonso as well means Aston Martin are really ready to change the game in the coming years. Have I said game changer too many times now? Anyway, the addition of Alonso and the new factory are going to be a massive challenge for the team, but if they can get everything to work, they have a chance of pulling off their 5-year plan. Will Fernando Alonso cause chaos or make Aston Martin a real challenger? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and on your way down, don't forget to subscribe in preparation for the 2023 season. Until next time, drive safe and bye for now.